British folk, and welcome to a video about bloody Harry Potter. Fancy a cuppa and make yourself cozy. I hope you'll be chuffed to bits by my art.
Thank you very much, Google Translate. Now I won't have to inappropriately fake my accent for the British out there. I came up with this joke like 30 minutes and I only looked at British sayings just for this joke. Well then, as Google Translate already presented itself, this is a video where I'm drawing Harry Potter. Yay! To be honest, I'm a bit confused how I'm supposed to even record this, because I have absolutely no idea what to talk about here. I mean, I have a list, but the first one is already crossed with terrible introduction, so I'm already at a loss. Now, usually I kind of try to explain who I'm drawing here and just kind of give a summary of what is happening, but it's Harry Potter. Everybody knows what Harry Potter is about. But exactly because I don't know what to talk about, let's just look up a summary for the ones who don't know what the series is about. Or at least the first book, because I can't find a summary that is about the entire series. So make yourself cozy. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fake an accent just for this. Maybe. Depends on what mood I am. Harry Potter is the most miserable, lonely boy you can imagine. Wow, what a great start. He's shunned by his relatives, the Dursleys that have raised him since he was an infant. He's forced to live in the cupboard under the stairs, forced to wear his cousin Dudley's hand-me-down clothes, and forced to go to his neighbor's house when the rest of the family is doing something fun. Yes, he's just about as miserable as you can get. Great introduction. Great. Harry's world gets turned upside down on his 11th birthday. However, a giant Hagrid, like Hagrid is his own species, that's great, informs Harry that he's really a wizard and will soon be attending Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Wizardry, is that a word? Someone look that up because I don't know. Harry also learns that in the wizarding world, he is a hero. When he was an infant, the evil Lord Voldemort killed his parents and then tried to kill Harry too. What's so amazing to everyone is that Harry survived and allegedly destroyed Voldemort in the process. When Harry hears all this, he doesn't know what to think. However, everything Hagrid tells him turns out to be true, and with a joyful heart, Harry starts wizarding school in September. He quickly becomes best friends with a boy named Ron Weasley, and before they even make it to Christmas, they break tons of school rules when they attack a troll and prevent it from killing fellow student Hermione Granger. I pronounced it right well, because she has a different name in German, like not completely different, but I'm still a bit confused how to pronounce it, because I've heard somewhere that you're supposed to pronounce it Hermione. So is it Hermione or Hermione? I'm still confused about that. After the troll incident, the three become inseparable, and Harry is amazed to have found such great friends. He is constantly busy trying to stay on top of the mounds of homework, as well as participating in weekly Quidditch practices. Quidditch is a popular sport among wizards, and Harry is the youngest Quidditch player in over a century. It's also a game Harry loves more than anything else at school. Yeah, the rest is, I think, just explaining everything, and I feel like if this is really a summary to kind of just introduce you and not give any spoilers, then this summary already fails. So, what are my experiences with Harry Potter? Well, the thing is, as far as I can remember, I didn't watch the movies in order. I don't know how to explain that. So, I'm pretty sure we watched the first two movies in order because we have them in VHS, so the first, the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of something, we watched those first. But then afterwards, I am pretty sure the next movie I watched was actually the fifth one, because I remember I was so confused what was happening. And I think at the time when it came out, we just kind of forgot that the other movies existed. Later on, I think I managed to watch the fourth one, which I personally still think is the best one out of the entire series. It's just really exciting, really cool, and the guy from Twilight dies, so that's always a plus. And then I think the last one before we watched the movies in order when they came out, like the 6th and 7th, part 1 and 2, I think I watched the third one. Now, I'm pretty sure I watched all the movies before actually reading the books, but at some point I was told by people that the books were really different from the movies, which, I mean, not that different, but there are some differences, and I've heard a lot how, for example, the sixth book is not true to the book at all, so I kind of picked up the books myself. And one thing I was really disappointed by when watching the movies is that Harry's hair is just not fluffy at all. Like, I remember reading the book thinking of my version of Harry, how he's like having such fluffy hair that can't be put together properly. Like, I can relate to that because my hair is kind of similar. It's, oh my god, so fluffy. Really difficult to put together, but you know, perks of having a lot of hair. And I'm so sad about the fact that Daniel Radcliffe couldn't have made a hairdo throughout the movies, because already in the first two he has like really straight hair. Like, it almost looks like it is the exact opposite kind of hair you'd have, like the kind of hair where you try to make it as messy as possible and they still are in order. Kind of a big difference there. The only things I can really talk about Harry Potter right now, because I honestly don't really know what to talk about, is maybe like certain differences that I wish they had in the movies. Like, for example, what was it called? What was she called? Winky? She was like an elf in the books that didn't appear in the movies. If I remember correctly, she was supposed to be like this elf that actually liked to be in this system of slavery and felt so desperate as soon as she was quote-unquote fired. You know, kind of like a contrast to Dobby, who was like really this elf who wanted to be a free elf with... Dobby! The only other memory I have from Harry Potter is how me and my brother used to roleplay. Like, we would be in this universe of Harry Potter and we would be the Potters now and we would do something completely different and stuff. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about the piece for a second. I want to talk about what I thought about when doing the piece, but the thing is, I have the same feeling right now as I'm doing this recording as I did when doing the piece. Crap, what do I even do? The thing about Harry Potter is that I actually know the series, like I've watched the movies, I've read the books, but for some reason I couldn't think of anything I could do for the piece. Like, at all. It was just a blank page in my head. I couldn't think of anything. I thought first about maybe putting the symbol of Gryffindor in the background, but then I realized, there is a lion in there. Meaning that I can't draw it because I'm terrible at drawing lions. And again, this is supposed to be fun, not a tutorial on how to draw lions. What are those sentences? The only thing I could maybe talk about in this piece is that I try to make Harry look like how he was described in the books, or at least what I remember from when I watched Lavender Towns by the book series, where she tried to redraw Harry Potter, as the title says, by the book. And I just went mayhem on the hair. I loved drawing the hair on this piece. Like, holy crap, I loved it so much. The only maybe flaw I would maybe see in this piece is that the head is a little bit too big, and you know, hands. You're gonna see it somewhere in the speed paint. You probably have already by the time I'm talking about this. But the hand, and as well as the glasses, for some reason I had so much trouble with it. Like, I did not know how to draw that, and I just kind of did something. Also, I did trace the building of Hogwarts. I did trace it. I'm sorry. I tried to at first trace the entire building, so I could use the traced drawing as a reference, because I sometimes do that, especially when drawing real people. I sometimes trace over their faces and then use the traced face as a reference, because the colors, the skin color, the shading and stuff on the face in general kind of confuses me, so I try to kind of make an outline on everything. But for the building, I just didn't feel like it. I just didn't want to, like, at all. Like, no, not for me, no. I also exaggerated a little bit with the folds in the jacket. Like, it almost looks like he's like twisting his waist too much, when in reality he's just kind of standing upright and just holding his arm with a really weird position. Like, I don't think you're holding wands like that. It's weird. It's just looking weird. What I do like, however, is like the contrast between the complementary colors, like green and red. Like I really thought this was nice. I'm really bad at composition, so it might not be as good as maybe other people think, but you know, it's alright. Now, reflecting on all the pieces throughout this entire spinning wheel event, I feel like the one I did best personally is the King Crimson one. Just for the simple fact that, one, I had a better idea of what I wanted to do, and second, he was a bit more fresh in mind, so I had the ideas like ready in my head. But the thing with, for example, the Umbrella Academy one, as I said already, I tried to make it too special, and with the Harry Potter one, I just had absolutely no clue what to do. But you know, that's what you get for telling people to suggest something that you might not be in the mood for. Maybe next time when I do this, I might make a proper list of shows and books maybe that you can request from, but I think this wasn't too bad of an experience. And you know, as long as I didn't have to draw Shrek, everything is fine. Thank you, lovely person who tried to suggest it twice. Anyway, so I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do now. If I'm gonna continue this series, you're gonna have to tell me down in the comments if you want to see more of that, if you want me to repeat this, maybe change the rules a little bit. One thing I'm definitely gonna do, however, is that I'm going to re-edit the speed paints and upload them as normal speed paints without me talking, because I might have figured out, as you might be seeing it in this video, that I figured out how to make the videos look less boxy. A little bit. Depending on if I decided to put text on the video, I might have made this video boxy again, but I'm definitely going to re-edit the other videos and upload them as proper speed paints, and I'll make sure that they look better than the other ones. And I might even skip the line art process in order to make it seem more interesting to watch, because I've heard a lot of artists talk about how they skip the line art because there's quote-unquote nothing special going on, and I personally love looking at the line art, but I can understand why people wouldn't want to see that or might find that uninteresting, so I'm probably gonna cut those out and just keep the sketching phase in and just skip the line art. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Tell me down in the comments if I should continue this series and maybe make an own suggestion what I should do next. I really like talking on the microphone. It gives me a bit practice to not talk too silently. I'm standing right now. It is hot in this room. I am sweating. I'm sweaty spaghetti right now. So yeah, I hope you liked the piece. I hope you liked this entire spinning wheel event. Tell me what you want. Have a good day, and well, see you next time.